I know I'm butchering that. I apologize. I don't have 10 topaz. Okay. Okay, bye. Oh, I mean, actually, I'm going this way too. Don't worry, I'm not following you or anything. It's not weird. I'm going to the city too. So it's not weird that we're both headed walking in the same direction. I could probably go faster. I'll go faster. Okay. How far we have come, right? Excuse me. That was just earlier this year when I was briefly a PNG tuber. Very briefly a PNG tuber. But what a great time. It brought my confidence back into getting back into streaming because I almost quit. Y'all remember that. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the Friday thing. That is a placeholder name. I have no idea what this is going to become, but here we are. Congratulations to Clumsy for becoming the Phantom Menace 35 times. I have got to work on the tracker. I really want to work on like a leaderboard. I really want a leaderboard. Really, really do. So good morning, Clumsy. Congratulations for that. Codis, good morning as well. That does feel very long ago. This is pretty
half-witted,
pirate eggs.
scruffy-looking nerf herder.
Pee pee poo poo.
Thank you for 14 months to say pee pee poo poo. I never thought I'd make it here, but I love it. Thank you. Ursa, good morning. How are you? Yeah, we got the Santa hat. I figured I'd pull it out one more time since this is the last stream before Christmas. I figured I'd pull it out one more time, do something a little less intensive as Santanon. So this is like Santanon light, This is not the whole thing. And the loot sweatshirt, yep. This thing, I tell you what, this thing is hot. This is the warmest hoodie I think I've ever had, ever. It is hands down the warmest thing, which is great when it's cold out. When it's just like a little bit chilly here, it's not even so much thick. When you first pull it out, you think, oh, okay, it's just like normal hoodie. But there's something inside. I don't know if you can tell. It's kind of like fleece here. Hang on, can we do the zoom? It's hard to tell. You can't tell at all. It's like fleece, and it's the warmest thing to ever touch my skin. Just had an idea for a funny joke, but I don't think I'm going to do it. It is the warmest touch I've ever felt on my skin. Yeah, fleece, I guess. I don't know. It's hot. I'm waiting for the temperature to change here in Texas to where it's not going to just be so incredibly hot to wear this. I've worn it out a couple of times and I love it because it's also long. Do you want to see how long it is? I'm not trying to shill Lutz's merch, but it's a long. And as a thick boy, I greatly appreciate length. Length is greatly appreciated because it can go over the gut, and really the last thing I want is to do this or even just this and have my gut pop out, Oh, there is nothing worse than a short shirt. Absolutely. I've discovered that if you go to those big and tall stores, that's what solves it. And I haven't typically shopped there. Also, what do y'all think about the light? I'm standing right now. What do y'all think about the light up here? I usually have this on, but when I'm sitting, you don't notice it. When I'm standing, it is like casting a halo on me. I could turn it off. If I turn it off, I almost feel like this is a little dark, but what do you think? Do we like this vibe still? It's pretty dark. But I'll defer to the group. Very holy, very angelic. Okay. If it doesn't bother anyone, I'd probably keep it on. It might just be bothering me. It bothers me that I think it will bother people. Is there a name for that? There's got to be a name for that. Codependent? What is that? What is the name for something that I'm deeply bothered by the thought of someone else being deeply bothered? But empathy, I mean, yeah, I am a very empathetic person, but I think it might be too much. Oh, also Mary Sithmas. You like the dark vibe? I'm also the one who go to the office without turning the lights on. I do that at the office too. All of our lights at our office are motion detected. So if you walk down a hall, that starts just lighting up, and then it lights you up right to your desk. But then if you sit there long enough, they all start dimming. And then the moment a person walks in, it just blinds you. I hate it. Yeah, the mug's pretty great. I think my brother got this for me last year. I think this was a Christmas gift, so I don't think I got to show it off before Christmas, but the only problem with it is it doesn't fit in my mug holder over here. That's a big problem. A flashbang, yeah. Is it considerate, or am I worried? Am I worried that people will be like, ugh, that looks so bad. He's such a dork. That looks so bad, and he doesn't even know it. I hate the feeling of someone thinking I'm oblivious. I hate that. I'm not oblivious, I swear. I'm too Alyss, if anything. It's a big mug. Don't have time for little baby mugs. Get your little baby mugs out of here. Get out of here. Anyway, so this is just a chatting show. I've been giving it a little bit of thought, and I realized if I don't actually just try something, I will think about it forever. So this is kind of a little bit of a pilot episode for what right now I'm just calling the Friday show. So for those of you who missed it, I think I'm going to have every Friday be a just chatting stream, regardless of what game we're playing. And the problem is I need to kind of keep topics at hand. So I'm going to be making lists and doing stuff like that. But I am doing the chatting, Eve. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. I just think it'd be a good experiment for me to try to like get out of my comfort zone a little bit. I think sometimes I can rely on games a little bit too much. Oh geez. I don't know if you hear that. I'll tell you what I'm listening to here in a second, but sometimes I think I can rely a little bit too much on the game. Then when I don't have to have anything planned, I can just be like, okay, cool. I'm playing RuneScape. Done. But then I never push beyond that comfort zone. And usually my way of pushing beyond that comfort zone is just to start a new game, right? That's why I have so many unfinished games in my library, because I'll just get bored and move on. Doing a just chatting stream scares me. What scares you about that? Because I probably relate. I'm going to try to drink a lot of water. Talking. Oh, the chatting part and the just. Not enough flashing lights on the screen. I need Subway Surfers. After Christmas, I would love to get your opinions on what you all want to see on the TV behind me. That's a good topic. During the winter, I think a fireplace is still primo. But when we head into like the spring and summer months, I'm not so sure that I'm going to want to have a roaring fireplace behind me. I don't really want to be the fireplace guy, right? I want to have something interesting behind me, but I can definitely do a Subway Surfer stuff. Rainfall in the spring, that could work. Old Windows 95 screens. Ooh, old Windows 95 screensavers. That's a great idea. Hold on. I'm writing that down. I'm taking that. Let's see. Ideas. I have so many notes started with just ideas. Old Windows screensavers for TV. That's a really good idea. I like that. Like the pipes, yeah. Or I'm thinking about the the lines that form geometric shapes that kind of just like twirl all around the screen. The pipes were the best, though. I did like the pipes. I just like how all the pipes got laid, you know? Laying the pipes. I can't get this hair to just stay in this hat. Rainfall is a great idea. Every once in a while, some kinetic sand or Subway Surfer could be funny. I also want to be a little careful. I don't want to just like steal other people's content. Hello there. Oh, God is now following. Uh-oh. Hello, Father. I'm Amen. we were just about to start prayer. I hope that your son has a beautiful birthday very soon. It's coming up very quickly. In fact, this is the last stream. We were not talking about pipe, Ghost. We're not. God is here. We're not talking about laying pipe anymore. We're not. We're not. Red. Hey, Red. How's it going? God has entered the chat officially. Well, welcome, God. Thank you for the follow. I've been following you most of my life until very recently. So it's kind of nice to get a follow back from the guy upstairs, you know. That's pretty nice. Very validating. I think I could be done with streaming now, because like what more validation could I possibly need than a follow from God? I've been seeking validation my whole life, and here it is. God's like, I like your vibes. That's pretty touching, actually. I hope you go around in Twitch and just like spread like acceptance and love. I really hope you're that kind of God, you know, because that's pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool. Popping in to wish you Merry Christmas. Thank you. Merry Xmas to you as well. Ghost, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. It's going to be a nice long weekend. I am working today, but man, this week has been dead at work. So dead. To a scary degree, just dead. But it's been nice to kind of have the time to not be stressed out. That has been just beautiful. A chill God would be great. Yeah. Dead this week wants me dead. Ugh, I feel bad for you, Code. Now, there's a very real possibility today could get a little wild with some of our distribution centers. If they can't meet their quotas, we might have to cancel some stuff, and that'll be up to us on like the ops side to like help them work through all that. But it kind of depends. And then next week might be a little busier, but I have Monday off, so I'll be back to it Tuesday. What was I just gonna say? I was going to say something else, but I can't remember now. Anyway, this is the Friday show. So one of the things I want to do is to have you all have a stake in the game here. There are some things that I have as far as little events I want to do for each stream. And I want to talk to you about them and see if you're interested in them at all. And if you have anything else you'd like to add to it as well, that would be great. The group is chilling on a cliff and the horse just starts. Red Dead Redemption 2 is very detailed. I don't understand why, and I mentioned this when I played Red Dead Redemption on stream a little bit. I don't know. Red Dead Redemption 2 might be... It might just be the best game. In terms of it being so incredibly polished and so incredibly detailed and gorgeous, I often wonder why we didn't stop there graphics-wise and then just like make a ton of games that look and play like Red Dead Redemption 2. Maybe not play like, but definitely look like, utilizing some of the same technology. That game is so good. You might be surprised, Clumsy. You might be surprised. It runs awful good. Like, it's very well optimized, especially by this point, because it's been out for quite a while. If you ever get one, like a copy for free, you should definitely try it out. I don't know what the specs are on your laptop, but you might be surprised. Coleman, hello. Good morning. I spent 18 to 20 hours yesterday working. Oof. 6:30 to 1500 hours, 1700 to 2. Took a couple hours for dinner. What's happening? Like, is it like an all hands on deck situation, or what's going on? Hello there, Mr. Phoenix Official. Thank you for following. I really appreciate that. You got it gifted to you a while back. Have you tried it? You should try. Everyone who considers themselves a gamer, maybe people who don't even consider themselves a gamer, should try Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah, they should absolutely try it. It's amazing. Anyway, so what I was saying, let's see. So the show notes that I have, or the ideas that I have for it.
No signs.
No signs.
I sounded it live anywhere.
Anywhere. So one of the things I thought we could do is recap the winners of Phantom Menace for the week. I don't have this set up just yet. Okay. But this is an idea that each week around Friday, we talk about everybody who has gotten the Phantom Menace throughout the week, and we go over the leaderboard. This will require me to create the leaderboard, which I need to do anyway, so it'll kind of push me to finally do that. I hope anyway. What do you think about that idea? Is that something that people are interested in?
Miss you. Oop.
Miss you. Oop. Is that something people are interested in? Recapping winners of Phantom Menace? Or do we not really care about that? I care about it. I think it might create a little more of a competition than we have had so far, because I think with the leaderboard, people will be able to see how high up they are or how close they are to taking out the person on top. So it could be a fun little thing. Not very late, not at all. Good morning. Hi, Lars. I was just talking about some of the stuff that we're going to do on the Friday show, or the Friday thing, whatever you want to call it. And that's recapping the winners of the Phantom Menace, which you would be up there at the top most days, I think. I got to create the tracker, though. Got to do it. I need to figure out a way of monitoring work and then still being able to use my PC. If I can do that. The problem is whenever there's nothing going on at work, I could have my laptop open, monitoring email and Teams is fine. When I have to actually do something, when I get an email where I have to do something, switching everything back over is a headache. And I really do need like the two screens in order to do that. But if I could figure that out, I could take some time during the day to work on this type of stuff, which would be nice. Just don't tell my boss. I'm off all next week. We finally got my hardware back from another office after a couple months, so I was getting that set up. Ended up being dodgy, so I'm now building a custom USB cable tester that will tell me at what speed is the most reliable. I want to know at what speed I can send data at before I start losing data with any cable configuration. That's something I wish I had. Especially as we've talked about, hang on. Especially as we've talked about like having all these cameras and stuff plugged in, and hitting some peaks on my USB power for sure. All right, so that's one idea for the Friday show. Where are we at? Oh, come on. Take my pen. The other thing, and this actually comes courtesy of Lutz Mick Goots, is basically something called random hot takes. Now, his idea was originally like random or hot takes on things that people don't typically have hot takes on. And I like that idea. But I took it a little step further and just was saying, well, what about just random hot takes? So we get some type of like random word generator that would give us like a noun of something, and it would say, I don't know, office, the office, or something like that. And then I'd give a hot take about that. Now, here's the thing. Most of those would probably be goofy. Most of those would probably be, you know, can't get this cough under control. Most of those would be kind of goofy. Most of those could be pretty safe. But there might be some every once in a while that would actually be hot takes. And I have to figure out how I want to dance around that, right? Or if I want to just give the hot take and let it lie. I don't really think I want to turn the Friday show into like a huge commentary thing, but I also don't want to shy away from it if it happens naturally, right? The other one, in addition to random hot takes, would be non-advice, where you could ask for advice. I might create a Google form or something, and you could ask for advice from me. Now, the thing about non-advice, though, is that the disclaimer will be that I'm no expert, and that the following opinions are not to be taken as actual advice. In fact, they're non-advice. Pretty clever, huh? That could be kind of funny. People could actually put in the Google form something real, like if you really want to ask actual advice about a situation in your life, or if you want to ask for advice on something silly, you know, or if you just want to make something up. The reason I would do something like a Google form versus like doing call-ins is being able to read them before I read them on stream. Because I would reserve the right to to like not answer that question, you know, for sure. So doing something like a Google form, I think would be fairly necessary. There is an ad break coming in 5 minutes. I might even do a BRB screen during the ad break, so you all don't have to miss anything. But yeah, that is coming in 5 minutes. I'll try to warn you as we get a little bit closer. You can always use an Amazon Prime if you want to avoid the ad break. If you want to use that on me, I'd be grateful, but you don't have to. And also a regular sub will also get you around that, or even a gifted sub from somebody around here. Whatever works for you. The dev board I'm using is like $400. I do want to build and patent it, but gotta find a way to not charge $500 to $600 for the tester. That would mean mass production, right? Is most of the cost in the actual items, or is it in production? By the way, I'm listening to Kmart in-store music from 1974. I don't know if it's real or not. So that was somebody saying, some announcer talking about how you can pay with checks at Kmart. I don't know how real this is. You know? Like, the music sounds real, but I don't know if those announcements are actually real or if somebody just put those in. So occasionally you'll hear a Kmart guy over the loudspeaker. Occasionally. So yeah, that's kind of like the basic ideas that I have right now, in addition to all the other stuff that we have, right? We have all of our redeems that are still there. We have Dad Joke. We have, let's see, IRL word ban. That is stuff that we can do during this as well. Let's see, I'm looking through my things here. We have cabbage. A Flama. Hello. Flama? Flama. It's in the items. The boards are Etar? What's Etar? And I had to fill out paperwork before I could get sent the board. Oh, wow. Yeah, so lots of hoops to jump through, huh? I'm doing good. How are you doing this morning? What's everybody got planned for the Christmas season here? I actually would also love to hear from some people who don't celebrate Christmas. I'm always fascinated by the fact that, like, in my own little, like, window of the world, I just think everybody celebrates Christmas, but obviously that's not true. And I would love to hear more perspectives. You don't celebrate Christmas. I would love to hear your perspective. Is this just because it's not part of your culture? I respect it, honestly. I get it. But especially if this is you do celebrate New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve is a great time, isn't it? I don't usually go out. Okay, you're Jewish. Okay, that makes sense. It would make sense that you don't celebrate Christmas. Okay. So is it what's I hate to say replacement holiday because that sounds real bad. But like what's your favorite holiday then? International Traffic in Arms Regulations, ITAR. Okay. Thank you for that. You got Hanukkah. Yeah. Okay. Christmas is very Hanukkah inspired, right? Arguably, I don't know a lot about Hanukkah. I really don't. Something I need to probably get my no ideas. Yeah. That's understandable. Well, happy Hanukkah then. I hope you have a great one. I think it's probably already going on, right? Hanukkah has a war backstory. Yeah, absolutely. I know a little bit. Hello, Lars. The Maccabees. Is that how you say it? Maccabees? The ad is starting in 1 minute, by the way. 1 minute. It ended a few days ago. Okay. Well, I hope you had a good one. I hope you had a good one. Lars went out to get some stuff printed at the library and then last groceries. Just got back in time, so I'm hype. That sounds like a very productive afternoon. I like that. I appreciate that, Flamma. Half the stuff in my backpack is ITAR. I learned something new from CODIS every single day. Bum, bum, bum. The holidays here have been about the winter solstice. I feel like we've talked about that in previous years. Only wait because I saw I could be back in time to watch the stream. That's too kind. The fact that you all like move your days around the stream is so humbling to me. Like, I don't know. That just makes me feel nice and cozy. Why are you standing? You're making me nervous. I should probably sit pretty soon. I've been standing for a good while. I am kind of a nervous mover. I do kind of move around quite a bit. It is probably time for me to sit down, though. I stood up at like 6 a.m. to set everything up, and then I've been standing ever since, so I should probably sit. But it makes me feel a little bit more energetic, and I knew for this first stream, I probably needed to have a little bit more energy in me. So I do have a question for non-advice. Let's go. Be kind. You can go ahead and ask it here. I don't have the Google Forms stuff set up yet, but I figured I'd do something like a forum or maybe a Discord section. Okay, do it after the ad. That's a great idea.
It's a roundhouse kick of hydration.
Thank you, Coleman. Yeah, that makes sense, Code. All right, the ad is on, so we can chill a little bit before the ad is done. You're going to DM it to be anonymous, but there's no point if I'm asking out right here. Then we don't have to do it. Okay, yeah, go ahead and like go ahead and DM it to me then. Yeah, because if it's a heavy topic, it is something I'd like to like take my time to talk about, to think about, you know? And fully, there might be some times where I'm like, look, I don't know enough about X or Y situation to comment on it, but I will do my homework on it, you know? But that's also why I thought it would be nice to do like some type of form where I could go in like Thursday night and look at what the submissions and make sure that like, okay, I'm equipped. I'm equipped to handle this. The sillier, the better, but ooh, that's a good idea. But that's exactly why, Lars, I was thinking about doing a forum. Just because I don't want to, not because I want to avoid certain topics, but just because I am very dumb. And I see a lot of people, especially online, making very big, sweeping, hot takes over something that I know for sure they don't know anything about. And I know because these are like people that I know like IRL, you know. I'm mostly talking Facebook, but it's like, you are awful confident for being so wrong. Or at the very least, so confident, and I know you haven't actually done any research on X and Y, you know. Welcome back from the ad. Family, so the question is, what is everyone's plan for Christmas dinner? If you celebrate Christmas, what's your tradition? That is a wonderful question. I love that. Research, exactly, Code. So Clumsy, my family never has Christmas dinner, but we always make blueberry muffins for breakfast. You don't have Christmas dinner? I don't know anything about your family, Clumsy, but just from what I've gleaned, I thought you'd be a very traditional, like, is it like Christmas Eve? Do you do a Christmas Eve dinner? So my family back in the day was known for our Christmas Eve dinners. So Christmas Eve night would be our big, like, family dinner at the big family table because there were a lot of us. And we would have Uh, Lars knows this. Lutefisk. We would do lutefisk. I think we in our American household started calling it lutefisk. I don't think that's how it's pronounced. I think it's more lutefisk, which is a gelatinous type of fish in a creamy sauce that you pour over potatoes. That doesn't sound good, but I have to tell you, it is one of my favorite dishes. You don't like it? You don't like it? Everyone's chat's rebelling against lutefisk. Lutefisk. You have it in Russian culture too? Ew. Well, I happen to like it. I really do. Now sometimes we use just cod now, but I think you're supposed to use like trying to remember the original fish. Lars probably knows, but it would be like preserved in lye for a while, and that would give it a very unique. It's very Scandi though. Cod. Okay. Would you also preserve your cod in lye? That was like the thing that my parents told me, is that traditionally on the Swedish side, it would be lye preserved cod. And you'd have to like make sure you clean it really well. So it'd be kind of like old fish. Like really old fish. And I understand that's not sounding appealing, but I got to tell you, it's pretty good. I'll put a post on in the Discord when I eat it that night and show you what it looks like. Okay, so Clumsy has a big family party on Christmas Eve. I think Christmas Eve is my favorite part of Christmas too. Love Christmas Eve. I don't have a Christmas thing this year. I'm fully not in the spirit. Understandable. I'm already planning for next Christmases. Nice. I'm going to build a gingerbread igloo for solstice because I don't want to officially celebrate Christmas. I understand that. Fair enough. Rebecca, my husband's side does Christmas on Christmas Eve. Octi and Mr. Peace are doing our family's dinner on Boxing Day. I always forget about Boxing Day. I would love to learn more about Boxing Day. As an American, it's something I've always heard of, like, Canadians have their Boxing Day. Good for them. And it's like, well, no one's ever told me what it is. But that sounds awesome. Getting to spend time with Octi and Mr. Peace. Already instantly jealous. Dun, 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 dun. They have huge racks for drying it. That's not lutefisk. The lutefisk and Russian meats in aspic aren't the same. I'm not sure what aspic is. Yeah, DJ. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas, dude. So good to see you. So good to see you. Boxing Day, do you punch people? Yes. Just open lutefisk photo, and it does look different. Okay. I'm probably still going to call it lutefisk because it's just been so ingrained in me. So if that's not right, I just assumed it was wrong. I assumed that we got the pronunciation wrong. You're Estonian living in Sweden. I do have a bit of insight, yeah. Ah, Sweden. I want to go one day. I definitely want to go to Sweden one day. I'd like to track down any remaining vestiges of my family, and see. Yeah, we don't have Boxing Day, DJ. Isn't that a very Canadian holiday? Isn't it very specific to Canadian history? Okay, I am gonna sit down now. I've been standing for a while. But it's been helpful. Dragging some booty today. Oh man, I hate that. Well, look at this. Look. It's my favorite. It's my favorite sweatshirt. Yo, the camera movement. It's smooth, right? Smooth. I'm very happy with how the setup is progressing. I can't wait to show you all. It's going to be probably another week. But next Saturday, not tomorrow, but next Saturday, I should be able to show you the new Lego setup. Technically, I could show you now. Don't worry about all the grossness over there. I'm cleaning it still. But yeah. What is kind of? You do have to be a bit aggressive when Boxing Day shopping. Really? Is it kind of like your Black Friday? Cats love Boxing Day the most. Okay, what's this picture from Flyma? Ooh, oh, yeah. Oh. Okay, I'm going to have to show that. This is holodets. Holodets? Traditional winter holiday food. That is fish inside Jell-O, is it not? That is full-on gelatin meat. Okay, no smoking on the sales floor, okay? What? This one especially. For some reason, the blending of the gelatin into the fish has got me kind of... Oh, your facial expression said it all. Gelatin meat. I could probably pull up a picture of like last year's lutefisk. I'm sure, excuse me, man, hiccups. I'm sure we don't celebrate it as traditionally you should. Man, I really should put the green screen on this scene, shouldn't I? Underneath the mistletoe that night. Hold on 1 second. Bum, 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 bum. Where are you? Lego Razor Cam. There we go. I'm just gonna copy this source real quick. Come back to this desktop here. I'm doing live editing here. Whoa, wrong one. Nope, that was actually the wrong source that I didn't want. I wanted Facecam. It should be called green. Come on. So told that night. Where was I going? Desktop. Okay, sorry. Boop. There we are. Hello. I know the green screen's still a little bit weird. I'm still working on the quality a little bit, but that's not too bad. There we go.
Stuck up.
There we go.
Half-witted,
Elf.
scruffy-looking nerf herder.
Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho. Thank you so much for 21 months. It's hard to believe I've even known you that long, you know? Let's see. It's head cheese. What is head cheese, Lars? Why am I not familiar with that term? I try it. Well, listen. I'll try anything once, especially the more interesting it looks. Now, this looks like cat food. This looks like, you know, those cans of like Fancy Feast. That looks like cat food. This one at least looks incredibly fancy. Like a Michelin star chef made this one. This one just looks like you cook chicken and then you let the fat underneath it solidify and then you flipped it upside down. It was a very fatty cut of chicken, and then you just left the fat on it overnight. Looks like tuna. It does look a bit like tuna. Wait, it is fish, right? Some of this looks like chicken. So I guess, yeah, it wouldn't be that. OMG, yum. It looks like gravy, maybe. Turkey with gravy that's been sitting too long. Yeah, like you left it overnight, you forgot to put away the Thanksgiving leftovers, and it just is here. Ugh. People make it in different kinds of ways, but probably they try to make it fancy. This is the aspic. What is that word? ASPIC. What does that mean? Same lived experiences. That makes sense though, right? Christmas is 3 days away, Red. Can you believe? I can't believe that either. It feels, I was just telling Mrs. Nonder last night, it feels like we should have another like week before Christmas. That's what it feels like to me. Google head cheese. Okay. Head cheese. I should probably be in my streaming browser anyway, instead of my own personal browser. Head cheese. What the? Head cheese or brawn is a cold cut tarin or meat jelly that originated in Europe. It's made with flesh from the head of a calf or pig, typically set in aspic. There's that word again. Coda hasn't wrapped gifts yet. Uh-oh. Burf, head cheese. No, thank you. Let's go to the Wikipedia. Wikipedia will not be sold. Okay? That's good to know. Okay. You know what? What is terrine? Terrine is a traditional French cuisine. Is a loaf of force meat or aspic. These are words I've literally never heard before. They keep saying, oh yeah, well, it's a force meat. What's a force meat? That sounds awful close to force. A different word that also something I don't want to eat. You never eat it. Okay. When I hear head cheese, I think Green Bay Packers fan. Me too. My family is huge Packers fans. We come from Wisconsin. Broadly, so we come from Sweden, but my direct family lived in Wisconsin. Okay, we're going to Google aspic. Holodets is aspic. Okay. It can be fish, but it's most commonly meat, often beef tongue. Variations of head cheese exist through Europe and the rest of the world. A version pickled with vinegar known as sauce. Okay. Historically, meat jellies were made of the head of an animal less its organs, which would be simmered to produce a naturally gelatinous stock that would be congealed as the dish cooled. That's exactly what it is. It's just the congealed juices. Sometimes it's made from... It doesn't look like cheese. Sometimes it's made from pig feet. Any part of the animal not usually eaten. It's a hot dog with less steps. At least it's an honest hot dog, right? They're not trying to get away with the whole like it's 100% beef intestines. Okay. We definitely have to go down this rabbit hole here. We're gonna do for meat forbidden calamari rings. The beef tongue. There was a kid in school. I was in like a private school growing up and also homeschooled most of the time, but for a short time in a private school, and he bought in beef tongue one day just to gross people out. I don't think I tried it, but it looked disgusting. That's enough internet for DJ. It's probably enough for all of us. Okay, it congeals with fat on top. So usually the fat is skimmed off after it's congealed, also commonly eaten with horseradish. I do love some horseradish. Is that like this like Dijon looking mustard? Is probably like a horseradish mustard, right? I do love a horseradish. Okay, hang on. What was the thing you said I need to look up next? Yeah, aspic. Let's go. Should this just also be part of the stream as me learning things on Wikipedia? I should probably donate to Wikipedia. Wikipedia is usually pretty great. It's something you still have to keep an eye on for people messing with stuff, but generally it's a great resource. Okay, that's mustard. Horseradish is white, a white goo. Well, right, but like you can mix that into a horseradish mustard. I know I've had those before. So like there's horseradish. Hold on, I'm gonna move myself over just a little bit. There we go. It is keying out the Santa hat, unfortunately, but there we go. I'll move that way. So there's usually I need to get out of the chat's way too. There we go. That's better. Like when you get those Christmas meat gifts where it's like a log of salami and maybe some cheese, and there's usually like a horseradish mustard with it. But I do actually love like horseradish. That is actually something I love. I love the way it feels going up my sinus cavity. Wasabi, I'm a big fan of wasabi as well. But then I've also gotten just straight the white horseradish to just like put on put on a sandwich or something. I might have to get some horseradish now. It's a root. Yeah, it's a root vegetable. I've been paying attention. Why are we looking up cheese? I don't mind. Just curious. So we were looking at head cheese, which I kind of want to revisit head cheese in just a minute, because I think I have a take about head cheese. But we're looking at aspic now. It's meat jelly. It's a savory gelatin made with meat stock or broth, set in a mold to encase other ingredients. These often include pieces of meat, seafood, vegetables, or eggs. Aspic is also sometimes referred to as aspic jelly or aspic jelly. In its simplest form, aspic is essentially a gelatinous version of a conventional soup. You know, that makes it sound so much nicer, doesn't it? Or is it just me? Here, I gotta click off this scene. There we go. Doesn't that sound much nicer? To me, that sounds so much nicer than gelatinous. It's just like a hardened soup. You know what? I would try this. Horseradish. Spicy radish. DJ must be on mobile this morning. Western wasabi is colored horseradish, so that makes sense. Yeah. So wait, are you telling me that in like the sushi stuff, that like the wasabi being green is something they do for us Westerners? Is that not what traditional wasabi would look like? And if so, why? Why? Probably because us Westerners are weird about stuff sometimes. In Swedish, it is called lutfisk. That's what I thought. Okay, and there's a TikTok for lutefisk. We'll watch that in a second. I'll see how close we come. But knowing what it became after being soup, you know, I want to go back to head cheese real quick, okay? I want to go back to head cheese. Because to be completely honest with you, this kind of looks good to me. I think I'd eat this. And I might have to ask if we can make this. There's German Suls. It looks like a lot of cultures had. This looks kind of... Are we on to a different thing now by moving pictures? Are we about to see something we don't want to? This isn't a tin. Yeah, I don't know. The head cheese, I'm a fan of Spam. Is Spam just like basically knockoff head cheese? Confirm mobile. That's okay. I got you. The carrot cut into a flower shape is compulsory in making your own clodettes, by the way. You have to do the carrots that way. Okay. Actual wasabi is green. Okay. Oh, interesting. So if you get cheaper sushi, they just take horseradish and dye it green, but actual wasabi is green. How can I tell the difference? Because maybe I haven't had real wasabi my entire life, and I've just been having green horseradish. Horse is a horse. It's not cheap, yeah. Traditional wasabi looks like horseradish, right? It's hard to grow and big time expensive. Really, they are related. Okay. The word head cheese does bother me. There's very little about cheese in this. That's, I think, the thing that is holding us up. The English term head cheese is a calique. A calique is a loan translation, is a word or phrase borrowed from another language. Okay, in a literal word for word. Okay. From the Dutch word, where's Dutch when you need them? Where's Dutch Daddy Gamer when you need him? This word translates literally to head cheese. Can be derived from hoofed head, originating from the animal heads commonly used to prepare the dish. I mean, if you're going to eat an animal, using like everything is probably a good idea, right? It's often, depending on the region, it's often served with a light dressing, vinegar, sunflower seed oil, pumpkin seed oil, sliced onions. That's Austria. Bulgaria, Croatia, Cyprus, Czech Republic, Denmark, Norway, and Sweden. Was originally made from the head of a pig, but now commonly is made from the forequarters or shanks of pork or veal and seasoned with allspice, bay leaves, and thyme. This forms part of the traditional Christmas smorgasbord. I love a good smorgasbord. I love that. This picture, this right here, let's go. This is my people. These are my people right here. This is my dream. I want to go back home to Sweden, and I want to meet some long lost extended family, and I want to have a smorgasbord. Just look at that. The cheese. I'm assuming these are like crackers, right? Like thin little wafer style. This bread, that bread though, all the pickled jarred stuff. Like, come on, man. Wasabi looks more smooth. Okay, I just wonder, Flama, if they like take horseradish and like really grind it up to make it more smooth. You know, horseradish looks chunky. Yeah, maybe. I missed the part about the cheese. It's called cheese because its texture reminded people of cheese. Is that it? Is that the only reason? Wait. Okay, hang on. Where were we? Allspice bay leaves, served on this with a strong mustard. Ooh, that mustard looks good. This is wonderful. This sounds actually legitimately really good to me. I would eat all of this. It contains very little aspic, though. Okay, hang on. Wait, okay, head cheese, hang on. Where's the part? Please don't try. I won't. Where's the part? Maybe we can use this stream, too, as like a teach me how to say things kind of, you know. If I'm going to ever go back to Sweden, I need to have, you know, at least a pronunciation down. The etymology. Estonian right below it. What's the... Okay, we'll come back to that. Estonia... I will not be pronouncing that today. Why is it not zooming for me? Does it not zoom any more than that? Reset. Uh-oh. Did I just break Wikipedia? I might have broken Wikipedia. Hang on. There we go. Okay. Hold on. Where'd it go? Yeah. It's probably because I had a word highlighted. Yeah. Probably. Anyway, where'd it go? I lost it. There we go. It's similar to the German or Croatian dish. The name is alone as well, but usually is less seasoned and is made from higher quality meat. Sometimes carrots or greens are added. It is a traditional Christmas dish, but it is sold in stores year-round. The traditional sult is made from pork using its gelatinous parts. Beef, poultry, and fish variants are also available. Sounds about right. Do they have a picture of one down here? German, Latvian head cheese. I don't know. I gotta say, I would definitely try head cheese. I think that's what I'm learning from this. I would try it. I would definitely try it. It would have to be authentic, right? So I'm gonna need to go to Sweden. That needs to happen. There's a Russian part there as well. Okay, etymology. Wait. It was derived from the Dutch word, that one, which literally translates to head cheese. That term can be divided into hoofed head, originating from the animal's heads, and kaas, cheese, describing the texture, which just resembles that of cheese. Sometimes etymology is fun because it's just like, it's not rocket science where it came from. It's like we use a head to make it. We use parts of the head, and it kind of... You basically use it as a cheese, and it kind of reminds us of cheese. So there we go. Head cheese. That's it right there. There's a Russian. What is a Russians? I love learning about the world. The world is broad and wide and beautiful, and cultures are wonderful. I love it. So head cheese is a popular food for festive occasions. Beef or lamb head cheese is also popular in the Jewish community. It is more popularly called... Saltison? Zelts? I should stop right there. All right. Yeah. A little smaller. Look at all the people. There's Serbia, there's Slovakia, Slovenia, Spain, Sweden. Wait, didn't they have a Sweden part up here? Wait. Didn't we read? There's Germany, Estonia, Denmark, Norway, and Sweden. But why is there a Sweden version all the way down here? A few variations are available with different meats, spices, and preparation methods. The most important being jellied veal, pressed pork, and veal brawn. And this rolled and pressed side of pork. Common seasonings are onions, white pepper, allspice, cloves, salt, and bay leaves. I love all of those seasonings. And occasional carrata and herbs are added to the ingredients. It is often regarded as a seasonal food eaten at julbord. There's another smorgasbord. I'm telling you, this sounds so good. Okay, anyway. So that is a Swedish version of porchetta. So Yulebord is the Christmas table. Oh, Lootfist TikTok, thank you. So one thing I'll make known here really quick. Hang on, I gotta verify this account. Continue. So just before we get started on that, okay? We'll be able to hear the audio here, but on the VOD, you will not be able to hear the audio, unfortunately, because I have that split. I do that in order to make sure that nothing that I play, I try to make sure everything I play is copyright or in the public domain, is copyright free, that is, but sometimes you get hit. So I split my audio tracks, so you're not going to be able to hear anything that we react to on the YouTube video. So I'm going to keep the reaction content or watching videos to a minimum. However, I do want to see this because I think the visual will be better than anything else on this anyway. So let's go ahead and let me bring this down. Okay, hold on. Let's start over. Oh, okay, I can't understand it anyway, so that looks very familiar. Yep. Yeah. That's the kind of fish that we use. Salt, lots of salt. The more salt, the better. Interesting. Is that bacon? Peas? Wait, what is this part of it? Wait, this sounds great. It's in Swedish, yeah. Well, that's fine. Then I don't have to worry about it because peas and bacon. Wait, we don't do peas and bacon. Oh, wow. Theirs is like really thin. Oh, wow. Oh, and those potatoes? Get out of here. That looks amazing. Hang on. Let me pause this. Okay, so cream and anchovy juice. Okay, we might have to step up our lutefisk game. So the way we do it is this fish will be cooked, but then we chunk it up and put it into the cream sauce. And this sauce is a lot thicker. It's a lot more like a thick gravy. And then we'll take the potatoes and we'll do like chunked potatoes and cook those up, and then put those on a plate, and then you pour the sauce with the fish over it. But doing it this way is super interesting. And is the peas and bacon traditional? Because I would eat the heck out of those. I'm not a peas fan really, but peas and bacon, I would eat that so much. Oh, and some lemon on the side. This is actually this looks really good. I'm going to have to show this to Mrs. Nonder. Can you also put that in the Discord, Lars? In like that section? I think we have like a found videos thing. Peas and bacon are a common thing here. I don't think I've ever tried that, and I am deeply interested in trying that. That looks delicious. I love it. Interesting. Okay, so would you call this more of a traditional lutefisk? This would be kind of this is what you think of? Okay. When you think of lutefisk. That's a little loud. Yeah. Wonderful. That actually looks legitimately good. I would eat that. Back to head cheese. Now we can be done with head cheese. That one doesn't look great. Okay, we can be done with head cheese. We can be done with head cheese. That was so much fun though. I love learning. Remember there was a couple of streams back before where we ended up like going into how trash is handled in the US and seeing like that just it's handled horribly, obviously. But like it's just going down rabbit holes with you all is probably one of my favorite things. There might be something there. Going down like Wikipedia rabbit holes and learning things. We might be onto something here. Potentially. Apparently there is one section. I thought you were going to say I'm deeply interested in the bacon. I am. That is true. That's why I'm interested in the peas. There is one section that I forgot here. There is a North America section. I didn't mean to zoom in like that. There's a North American section. Alberta, Canada. The typical jellied meat available in stores is labeled head cheese.
Today.
Shoot,
I gotta
you're
go.
right. You're right. Whether or not it's actually made from the head, the large Eastern European community in the province also has a declining tradition of making jellied meat at home, usually from pig's feet. Can I get any Alberta, Canada folks to confirm that they eat pig's feet? Can I get anybody to confirm that? Vietnamese cheese, head cheese, the one that looked really cool. Yeah. If you Google lutefisk recipe, you see that there are indeed a lot of recipes with peas, dill, and bacon. I love dill. I'm a fan of dill. My eye is keying out. I don't know why my eye is keying out. My eye's not green. It's getting a glint of green on my eye. Pennsylvania, head cheese is called Süß. Pennsylvania Germans usually prepare it from the meat of pig's feet and tongue and it's pickled with sausage. That kind of sounds good. Wisconsin. This is why I'm kind of surprised I haven't like heard of this before. Head cheese and souls are made from pork snouts and tongues, but head cheese often uses larger chunks of smoked meat, while souls generally uses unsmoked chopped meat and has added vinegar and pickles. Still kind of sounds good. Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, other portions of the Deep South. Highly seasoned hog's head cheese is very popular as a cold cut or appetizer. A pig's foot provides the gelatin that sets the cheese, and vinegar is typically added to give it a sour taste. I don't know about sour. Newfoundland, and then Ontario. Commercialized processed versions of pork are sold in deli section. Okay. Interesting. Quebec. So there's head cheese across the world. Head cheese across the world. It's wonderful. Often served with mustard cream sauce. That sounds delicious. Frozen peas are amazing here. People rarely use tinned, actually. I hear that like frozen produce is actually a lot better than most people think it is. Even in the U.S. People think that it's not as fresh, but they're picked like right at their peak of freshness and usually frozen right at the same time. I might have to try peas and bacon. That sounds really good. I feel like this reporter met like one person that just eats weird food and ran with it. Maybe. I'm in Ontario and I've never once consumed head cheese. I guess you're just not hip. We're gonna be the head cheese stream for sure. I would try it. I would definitely try it, especially like the Swedish versions. So that's it. That's my goal. I got to get to Sweden. I got to have a smorgasbord with my fellow Swedish people. I got to track down some Swedish family and learn the real, true secrets of the Swedish life. That is it. I'm okay not being hip. I'm not. I'm always hip. All right, everybody. This has been so much fun. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this morning. I think this has been a success, and I really like researching stuff with you. So keep in mind if you have anything you'd like to, maybe it doesn't need to be advice per se. It can be a little broader than that. If there's a topic you want us to research, if you wanted to look at Wikipedia on something, put it in the Discord for now. I'll come up with a more official way to like share topic ideas and stuff like that. But yeah, this has been fun and I think pretty successful. So thank you for joining me for the Friday thing. That's what I'm calling it right now, but I'm open to new names on that as well. Okay. Yes, and to those of you who celebrate, Merry Christmas to you as well. We've been told that we're not allowed to say that anymore, but I'm here to tell you, I'm saying it. Dang it! I'm totally kidding, but not really. All right, I'm gonna get you over to Lutz because I got to get to work. Hopefully, today is gonna be a relatively easy day at work. I hope. There's no war on Christmas. Exactly. No one's going anti-woke. That's right. That's right. DJ, I love you too, man. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas, or just a wonderful Monday. I will not be streaming tomorrow, by the way. We're going to do some Christmas Eve festivities with my family. And then, of course, I won't be live Monday. I will probably be live Tuesday morning. Probably. We'll see. Yeah, I'll probably be live Tuesday morning. I'll play some RuneScape with y'all Tuesday, since we still have some more membership. I'll let you know if that changes, but I'm planning on being live that week. I will plan on doing a Lego stream on the 30th. And then, yeah, you'll get to see the new Lego setup. That should be fun. I'm typing in the raid right now. There it is. It has been created. I hope you all have just an absolutely wonderful day. Apologies for the end screen. I'm still kind of working on this. Yeah, the Lego stream is going to be the Ghost, the long-awaited Ghost set, Ghost and Phantom 2. I'm so excited for it. So excited. So yeah, that should be Saturday. All right, everybody. I will see you then Tuesday. Have a good one. Bye. I mean, get wrecked, noob.